Welcome back YouTube. Paul here with Cooking with Wine. Today I'm going to be making an Italian ciabatta bread for you. We already have 500 grams of high gluten flour in our mixer and we're using the dough hook. So we're going to drop that down. We have 10 grams of kosher salt. Drop that on one side. 10 grams of fast action dry yeast. Drop that in the other side. And we're going to turn this on a medium speed and start adding our water. And we are using 440 milliliters of water, room temperature. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. We're going to turn off our machine. We're going to oil our pan a little bit here. We're just lightly oiling this. We do want to make sure and try and get the oil all the way up on the sides. And it's good to wait and oil this container until right before you take the dough out. That way the dough slides off of your fingers easier. It doesn't stick as much. Get that oil all the way to the top so the dough doesn't stick when you go to pull it out later. And part of the reason for that is this is a really, really sticky dough. So we'll pull off our hook, pull the dough off of that, take our pan off. So I want you to see how sticky this dough is. It's very wet and sticky. It's supposed to be like that. So we're just going to scrape this out. Put that in our pan. You want to seal it up really good, so if you have a container that you have a lid, you can use that. If you don't, you can use saran wrap. Just seal it up really good. And we want this to triple in size, so we're going to let this proof at room temperature for 1 to 2 hours until it triples in size. Be careful not to overproof it and don't underproof it. So last time I made it, I overproofed it and it was a little flat. So we're going to try and do a better job today. And we'll let this proof. Alright, our dough is ready to go. It is tripled in size, so it's all proofed, ready to go. And I have put flour and cornmeal down on the table to pour our dough out on. We want to be careful about that. I also put flour and cornmeal on our pans. So we want to be really careful with this and just kind of empty this out really slow and smooth. So you see how it kind of oozes out of that pan? Now we have to be super gentle with this dough. It's a very fragile dough. So we're going to cut this into 4 sections to make 4 loaves. So we're going to add a little bit more flour and our stone ground cornmeal to the top of this. Make it cut and roll a little bit easier. Okay, here we are with our second batch of bread after a 25-minute bake time at 400 degrees. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, that looks amazing. We're going to let that cool down for a minute, and then we're going to cut into that and see what it tastes like. Now we have both batches of bread done. The second batch is a little bit darker, and I think it's going to be a little bit better, but we can listen to it as we tap on them. They're all going to be good, so we're going to cut those open. And see what they look like inside. Look at those beautiful air bubbles. That's delicious.